Wollondill, Joy Rowell. I'm sure you'd like to say something. You never caught a word. Thanks, Joy. Thank you very much for that. First of all, I'd like to make a few acknowledgements to my parliamentary colleague, the Honourable Kate Fairman from the Upper House. Welcome back to Wollondill. It's not the first time you've been here, and you're certainly welcome here in Wollondill. Thank you. To Wollondill Council, my good mate, the Mayor, Cole Mitchell. We've been travelling around talking about these issues, and he's been a great support in relation to this, not just for me, but to the entire community. Thank you, Cole. To the councils that are here as well, that have also played a role, Hilton Gibbs, Judith Hannon. Is there anyone else that is here? Oh, Kate Terry, yes, I did see you. You've got your sunglasses on. Welcome. And to the former member for Wollondill, Phil Costa, it's good to see you here as well. What a historic day. This is a great win for the people of Oakdale. This is something that the Stop CSG in Water Catchment Group headed up by Will has been doing for such a long time, and I just want to pay tribute to your group, but also to the community that signed it. I believe it's something like 97-98% of people so far have signed it. That's absolutely amazing. I wish we had those type of figures in politics, don't we, Kate? But it is a credit. And I'm also here with Louise Taylor, who's Angus Taylor's wife, and he's a federal Liberal candidate for Hume, and we've been going around talking about this issue in the community. And your voice is being heard loud and clear, certainly with Angus and myself, that you do not want coal seam gas here in the water catchment lands in Wollondill, not just in Oakdale, but right across. I've spoken about this in Parliament on 4 occasions, and if you bear with me, I'd like just to read my latest speech so you know where I stand on this issue. For almost 2 years, the matter of coal seam gas mining and exploration has remained a prevailing conversation within my electorate. I've spoken in this place 3 times before on this issue alone. However, my community has asked that I continue to further the political debate by focusing on the potential impacts coal seam gas mining may have on Sydney's drinking water. Wollondill houses many species of native plants and animals, but also approximately 80% of Sydney's drinking water. Coal seam gas continues to be a divisive issue in many communities around New South Wales. However, I've not encountered a single resident who believes that coal seam gas mining and exploration within water catchment lands in Wollondill is a sensible idea. We work hard to ensure the environment around our catchment lands remains pristine, not simply so that we can maintain the natural amenity of our region, but also to ensure the viability and usability of our dams to provide water to the millions who require it every day. I'm told the creed by which the Sydney Catchment Authority abides is that no activity can be conducted within catchment lands unless it's of neutral or beneficial effect to the water supply. Considering how far the government has come in an effort to reform the mess left by the former government, it would all amount to nothing if we were to lose the largest drinking water supply in Sydney's region due to coal seam gas impacts. Only 2% of land in New South Wales is considered catchment land, and that must be a vital consideration if we are to truly develop a holistic strategic plan for our state's future. There remains uncertainty about this industry. For that reason, I have taken a strong stance on this issue. I've called for more information to educate not only our policymakers, but also the mums and dads who have unanswered questions, and many of you are here today. I've spoken against the extreme calls to ban the industry entirely. We do need energy and we need employment, but we must get the balance right, and I believe we must continue this debate. The Minister for Resources and Energy and the Minister for Planning and Infrastructure met with my constituents a few weeks ago to hear their concerns about coal seam gas and catchment areas in Wollondill. The ministers were generous in their time, and I thank them for that. I met with the mayors of Wollondill, which is Araby, Cole Mitchell and Julian Arkwright, who are both voicing their concerns about catchment areas. Over the next few weeks, I'll be hosting the regional coal seam gas strategy meeting to discuss what needs to be done next. I've had extensive briefings with industry representatives, business leaders and scientists. I've called on the industry to improve its consultation with families. By doing those things, I've arrived at my personal opinion on the topic, which is gas is a viable source of cost-effective energy, but I see no reason to pursue this around our homes. I believe we must meet the energy needs of the state, but not at the cost of our environment, our health or our drinking water in Wollondill. As a Member of Parliament who has been elected to make choices on behalf of those I represent, as a father of 2 young boys, I will not support the exploration or extraction of coal seam gas within water catchment lands that are located in Wollondill. I'm a firm believer in the continued striving for better governance, not only to be better than where we were many years ago or better than we were yesterday. In my opinion, This is achieved through consultation, consideration of new facts and findings, and a desire to get the balance right, even if it does involve a shift in policy one way or another. Since the former government, coalition members now in government chartered a pathway toward better regulation. And since being elected to the office, the Rowell government has achieved significant policy changes in order to make the most stringent coal seam gas controls in this country. Some of those policies include, and I ask you to bear with me, the banning of BTEX chemicals, the development of a strategic regional land use policy, the development of the aquifer clearance policy to assess and protect water resources across the state, the establishment of a 2-kilometre buffer zone, and in particular I'd like to thank the people of Wollondill who led that charge. The legislating of the New South Wales Environment Protection Authority as the lead authority to enforce compliance, the use of evaporation ponds being banned, the frequency of monitoring requirements being increased, the Office of Coal Seam Gas being established to administer licences and regulate non-environmental factors, the Chief Scientist having been commissioned to conduct an independent review of coal seam gas activities, and the Commissioner of Land and Water having been appointed to oversee regulation of exploration and land access agreements. Other policies include the introduction of a requirement for an agricultural impact statement to be assessed for all coal seam gas proposals, the introduction of new codes of practice for the coal seam gas industry, and Wollondill being included in the strategic agricultural land mapping as part of the Southern Highlands project, one that I'm very proud to lead the charge on. That is far more than what the former government did in their 6 decades. I eagerly await the Chief Scientist's report, which is expected around June. But just to be clear, my position is, and I give this pledge to Will, Greg and all the members of the group Stop CSG in Sydney catchment areas who are based in Wollondill, that I will not support mining or exploration in catchment areas of Wollondill now or in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make it very, very clear where I stood, not just to turn up, knock on doors and tell you behind the scenes where I stand. I've delivered that speech in Parliament, so everybody knows where I stand. And hands off. When Apex Energy came into our community, the only way that we knew about it was they drove up the street. No consultation had been given, the community weren't made aware, and that's simply not good enough. Now, we've done many reforms, but we just need to get that next part done, and that's to stop CSG in our water catchment areas. I give this pledge, as I did in Parliament, to the Council and to the community, that I'll do everything I can and stand side by side with you to ensure that that does not happen here in Wollondill. And I'd ask Will if you could bring up that petition, and I'm happy to sign it for you as well. I'm more than happy to present that in Parliament. Thank you.